Hi guys, welcome into Edie's Attic. My name is Jenny and I am here with your weekend energy update. If you are returning, welcome back. And if you are new here, thank you for stopping by. I hope you do like my message and the channel. Give it a look and see if you find anything that resonates with you. Today I'm pulling from my personal oracle deck and from Anne Stokes' Gothic Oracle for our reading. And I do have a couple of channeled messages I'm going to slip into this reading that may pertain. I wanted to also say that I'm going to start posting my downloads and channeled messages and my intuitive, like the audible messages that I'm getting separately in their own personal videos from now on, because they don't always resonate with the oracle pull or tarot pull or whatever that I'm posting, and they have a message of their own that needs to get out there for whoever needs to hear it. And sometimes it's not for the entire collective. A lot of times these downloads are for a very select few individuals that need the message being put out there. So I am going to separate them. And also they tend to be very 5D, very spiritual in nature. So not everyone wants to hear that in their messages that they're getting for their week or for their love or for their weekend or whatever. So I want to kind of keep them separated from now on, at least at this point, just so you can get what you're looking for from a message. I did do a pre-shuffle out of my deck and I did get 3 cards. The first card I got out is Supreme. So I'm feeling like whatever it is that you are working on, your craft, and that could be in the 3D physical, it could be work related, hobby, something that you're very passionate about. It could be spiritual in nature. It could be self-work, self-love, healing yourself, going through the process. But whatever it is that you're working so hard on right now, is you're becoming very, very much a master in your craft. You're starting to have confidence and you're seeing the 3D fruits of this feat that you're going through. You are supreme. You know you are. You can feel in yourself, in your essence, intuitively, that you are high-ranking spiritually. And it's not being egotistical. You just know it innately. You know that you have a higher calling, a higher purpose. But what I'm getting with your calling, your higher purpose, is that while you are mastering it and you're building this confidence and these skill sets, you are still lacking the confidence of being exposed. You doubt yourself in the sense of how the world will perceive you. You know that you are a master at this. When you're alone with yourself and with spirit, you know that whatever it is that you're working so hard on, that you're good. You're real good. But when it comes to presenting it to the rest of the world and sharing your talents and your gifts with others, you pull back. You hold yourself back in fear of judgment, of maybe I'm not as good as I think I am, or maybe I'm tricking myself into believing that I'm gifted, but perhaps I'm not. And Spirit's saying to stop that. You know you are. You know you can do this. You know that you are good at this. You know that you do have to keep practicing and working and studying and perfecting, but not to hold your talent away from the rest of the world, because whatever it is that you have to share, it is important for you to put that energy out into the universe, into our world, because it's putting out an energy, a good energy, a positive energy, a higher frequency that ultimately is going to bring up the frequency and the vibration of those around you, enlighten, inspire. So they're saying, well, they want you to still keep working on this. It's time to start sharing it and not to fear that you're not as good as you feel that you are. And yes, you are going to be judged. That's what humans do. Humans judge. And yes, you might be scrutinized or criticized, but they don't want you to take that in and like hold it against yourself and make it pull you down and go back into like your bubble and hide away. Take the criticism, hear it, receive it, understand that it may actually be corrective. You could take it and use it to become better. Or look at the person, individuals, or groups that are presenting this information to you and understand. Understand that sometimes people will say things that they don't completely comprehend or understand. If they don't have knowledge in a certain topic, they may scrutinize or criticize because they don't have knowledge of it. Or if they feel a certain way, lacking in their own goals, dreams, endeavors, that they may, like the word they use on the internet, troll you, to gaslight you, or to rile you up and rattle you a little bit because it makes them feel good inside to see someone else squirm. That's something they have to work on. So when you are being scrutinized or criticized for your God-given talent, keep in perspective who's the person or people or groups that are scrutinizing and why are they doing it. Sometimes that's the most important thing, is the why. It's a healing factor that needs to take place within those people or places and entities and groups, right? So with that, I'm going to pull out my downloads I got because I feel like this is a good spot. The universe says, rushing what the universe is giving you because you truly don't trust that it's on its way. They don't want you to think that your dreams aren't unfolding quick enough for you means it's not going to happen. Everything is going to happen in its divine time, just the way it's supposed to. And they gave me an example, using the splits as an example. Imagine you want to master the splits and you decide, well, I can do the splits right now. So you force yourself down, boom, you're in the splits right then and there without doing any of the practice, the stretching, whatever, right? So what happens? You're sore, you're achy. You overstretch your muscles. You may even rip a muscle. You may hurt yourself, injure yourself. And perhaps it takes you months to even be able to start practicing to be able to do the splits again because you're healing from going into it too quickly. But if you take your time and you practice daily and every day you get a little bit more limber and you start pushing yourself into it and you do stretches that go along with it, you'll find that a couple months down the road, you're able to just slip right down into the splits perfectly without any injuries, without any pain, without any setbacks. And along the way, you've toned your body, you've developed a healthier lumbar, back, spine, everything about your position is in alignment. And it's a very good analogy in regards to you and this dream of yours, your destiny, your calling, that you have to be in beautiful, complete alignment to finally master what it is that you've been working so hard for. And it's going to come. They want you to understand that it's a process and it's going to come at the right time when you're ready, when you're 100% prepared. And I know in our minds, we often tell ourselves, I'm ready right now. The spirit knows better. They know that you're not, and there's still things that need to be worked on. And they want you to keep doing that and to have patience and to have faith and to trust that everything is working out for your highest good. And also I got overstimulated by information, bombarded. What will you do with this information? Why do you insist on pushing it into your mind space if it triggers you so? I'm getting like a lot of people right now, especially with the internet. We have information coming at us from every direction. We have news. We have newspapers, we have billboards, we have people coming to our face telling us information. We have social media, we have news on the social media. There's information being thrown at us all day long. Little bits of this and this and this and this and this, right? All distractions. They're saying be very careful right now about how much of this random information that you're flooding into your mind space because it's cluttering it. You need to be clear-minded and to focus on your goals. If you're finding yourself scrolling just to take in random information that you have no intention to use it for any reason whatsoever, Like if it's a news article and you're in the comments reading everyone's opinions and you just are negating their opinions and thinking, well, that's not right and I don't agree, and you're just going through and going through, what are you doing with that information? Are you planning on stepping up and doing something about it? If not, let it go. Don't waste your time and energy flooding your mind with a bunch of useless information right now and filling your heart with hate and gaslighting yourself and getting yourself pulled into everything else around you outside of what is your purpose. You have a purpose. That's where your attention needs to be, not on everything else. So that is one of the other channeled messages I got. And then I got a download, like an audible download the other night. It was a very, very beautiful yet evil in nature. Like her aura was dark and evil. You could feel the energy. She was screaming fiercely at someone not here. But then all of a sudden, like a mask went on and she like changed her aura, and she was so eloquently said dumb, the B word. So it's like giving me this vibes of like people in your energy that are very two-faced right now. And I hate to say this because I really do love to post a lot of positivity, but it has to be said because I did get it. It's like a person in your energy that's really, really angry and lashes out at people a lot. But no one knows that this person is like that because they put on a mask and they become very soft-spoken or very proper and very like, oh, you know, like it reminds me of that movie with Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen where their dad was going to marry this woman, and she would just yell at them behind closed doors, but as soon as like guests or friends or people would be in their presence, she'd put on like a fake face and pretend like they were all happy and everything was perfect. That's what I'm getting with this energy. So just be mindful of that if this sounds like it's something for you, that not everything is as it seems, and this person, they may be the person in your energy trying to sabotage your endeavors. But with the green shield card we do have here, I'm being told that regardless of this person in your energy, that you are protected. The green shield, when I see it in my third eye, I'm picturing like this big like protection around your heart chakra, protecting your vibration and keeping you safe from negativity and those that are trying to harm your soul or your spirit and your desire and your ability to love and to give love and to receive love. This is very much protected in spirit right now. So have no fear in that area. And then we have now or never. So again, going back to the distractions, while you have to keep pushing through and working day to day and perfecting your skill sets and working towards this goal, and yes, it may not happen tomorrow. It's when divine says it's your time for it to happen. They don't want you to feel like so pressured that they don't want you to feel the pressures of if I take a day off, or if I pace myself, or if I take my time, or maybe I shift past a little bit and add this into it, or maybe I don't do this anymore and I kind of shift over to this a little bit more. They don't want you to worry that by making those subtle changes or taking breaks when need be, that it's not going to happen. They don't want you to be stuck in this now or never mentality where you push yourself so hard that you run yourself down or you make yourself sick, or you stop living your life. They don't want you to not enjoy the process. They don't want you to stop living in the moment and enjoying the people around you, and to become so focused on this goal that you lose all focus of everything else in your life that you do love and that is important, because those are the parts of your life that are going to help this whole entire thing flourish. You need to have time for family and friends and for love and laughter and for enjoyment. It's not all work. They don't want you to burden yourself thinking that I have to work around the clock diligently or else this is never going to happen. It's doing the process and living your life and keeping your frequency high and pure and clean and light. That's going to the merging of those two realities, your dreams and living in your reality and merging the two together is what's going to make this so beautiful. This is your destiny. You're not just a workhorse, and you're not just a human being having a human experience. You're a human being having that experience, merging with a divine destiny and calling. So it's a balance. You have to learn to be able to balance the two. And they want you to just take a deep breath, take your time, enjoy the process, and to keep living your life. So we're going to just do one card from Ann Stokes to wrap this up. And then that is going to be the reading for this weekend, I should say. These cards are kind of big for my hands. Oh my. Okay. Awaken your magic. It's time. It's time. So I'm going to pull from the guidebook and read to you the insert or whatever, the message, so that way you can hear it. It says, awaken your magic, inspiration and ideas. An owl in flight heads toward you. The light of the moon illuminates his ivory wings as he prepares to land before you with the pinnacle clutched in his talons. New ideas and inspiration can often feel like the arrival of this bird. It can come from nowhere and take hold of your mind. Sometimes they are fleeting, like the owl, disappearing as quickly as they appear. We have all experienced that rush of inspiration, scurrying for a pen and a piece of paper to jot down an idea before it disappears. If you have drawn this card, it is suggesting that you have not only in receipt of a brainwave or creative spark, but that now is the ideal time to make use of it. Once we have become awakened by the magic of our imagination, we must consider ways we can manifest this idea in the physical world. You have had an idea for something that could change your life or the lives of others. Have you come up with a better way of doing something or found a solution to a problem? Think of practical ways this inspiration can become released from your mind and born into reality. And I really do feel like this is like the best confirmation and validation for this reading, because we're just talking about, not hiding anymore and finally stepping out and sharing your talents, your skills, your desires with the world, inspiring others. Whatever it is that you have in your mind, in your spirit, in your heart that you want to give to the world and share with the world, now's the time to do that. And pace yourself. Take your time as far as, making sure like you're 100% comfortable and prepared to present it. But don't fear judgment. Don't fear criticism and scrutiny, because while there may be some naysayers and some people out there that don't understand and don't agree, trust that there are many people out there that are going to be inspired, love it, and be impacted by you. You could help people, change people, heal people, inspire people, make people follow their own dreams, and raise the vibration collectively. So with that, I'm going to leave you, but that is your message going